Nathan Zegura. He joins us right now on the fan hotline. Hello, Nathan.
Hello, gentlemen. First of all, let me just say this. You guys are talking about red gold when you're talking about hot beef, okay? This just isn't any steak. He didn't say just any meat. This is the finest meat in all the world.
I know.
He's got wagyu.
Needs to be shown proper respect. I'm going to give this to the kid. No, kids need to be on. They need to earn hot beef. That's where we're at with this. This is the hot beef wagyu strip is the best steak I've ever had in my life. I had it with the Haas a couple weeks ago. You're talking about the best meat in the world, folks. That's what we're talking about here.
Are we really getting the wagyu?
I respect the beef. I respect all the other things.
I was not hearing the proper reverence. I'm hearing about a guy in a gold jacket, a giant eagle, picking out cuts of meat. This is raised on his farm in Wisconsin. I've seen the cows.
I've been trying to say this, and apparently Lima's wife doesn't know that Joe has raised cattle now for like the last 6 years, and that he's going to send us cows that he's named are going to be slaughtered and sent to us. We are going to get named beef, and Sarah has no idea about any of it.
In the most dignified manner, of course.
Yes, of course.
This is the best. By the way, people who are listening right now and they're saying, well, I want to get it. Obviously, you can go to sixspringsfarm.com and do a little commercial for the Haas because the beef's so good. But you can also go, you give some to Rocco at Fahrenheit. So Fahrenheit's got some hot beef specials that they're running right now as well. So there you go.
I can't wait to eat Steve later on this month.
You have no idea.
It's going to be great.
You have no idea. I'm just going to tell you that right now. You have no idea.
Steve. What does he name? He names his cattle after every quarterback he protected.
I think he did do something.
He's going to have to get a bigger herd.
I'm pretty positive he did name the first set of cattle after the kids. And like you're gonna,
yes, and then that didn't work out well. Yeah,
Jack's gotta have to kill Jack. Like it's
no.
Yeah. Where's Jack, Dad? He's on your plate. Yeah, not good. That's not a good way to go.
Coming in hot, coming up at 9:45. Some would say we're already doing that right now. So I caught that. Well done. All right, so Nathan, I was at 6 wins all winter. And then I talked to Bernie yesterday, and we were recording a segment, and it was like he was giving me some pep talk or anything like that. I just started thinking about things, and I'm going, why can't we get to 8 wins? Why can't we get to 8 wins? Why can't I expect a little bit better? Why can't I get to 8 wins? I'm getting that stealing feeling, Nathan. Now, I don't think that you're going to talk me out of it or anything like that, but I think that you are. I think that you're going to be able to tell me right now. Is it a silly thing for me to say 8 wins, or what are you thinking?
I don't think that's a silly thing. I think that the margins in the National Football League are very small. This is a team that has been constructed with what may be the best defensive line in the NFL, certainly in the top 5. And if you can control the line of scrimmage, we got an excellent offensive line as well. You can control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. You always have a chance. Now, for the Browns to, you've got think about this. You've got Pro Bowlers on defense. You've got Pro Bowlers on offense. You've got an offensive scheme that is very, very successful. And Kevin Stefanski's been a 2-time coach of the year. You've got a defense that 2 years ago was number 1. We talked about what they've got up front. They've got good players on the back end, obviously with Denzel and Greg Newsome and Grant Delpit. You brought in some more veterans like Rayshon Jenkins and DeMonte Casey to give some experience on that back end. And then you've got Carson Schlesinger, who, if he turns out to be what he appears to be, could jump in and immediately be a Pro Bowler at the second level. So when you have a defense like that, I believe we're going to get Quinshon Judkins back soon. And you have a run game. You've got Joe Flacco, who, by the way, since the start of 2023, I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not, he leads the NFL in passing yards and passing touchdowns per game since the start of 2023 for quarterbacks with a minimum of 10 starts. So you have the ability to score, and if you have a defense like that, you should have the ability to stop other teams from scoring. And if you do that and don't shoot yourself in the foot, don't turn the football over, you got to eliminate some of the things that have hurt this team, especially last year. You can't have those drive-killing penalties. You can't have those turnovers. And on defense, the one thing you didn't do well enough last year was take the football away. You've got to do that. If you can do that, you're going to be in a lot of close games. If you're in a lot of close games, it comes down to the way the ball bounces one time, a call here or there. Could come down to a field goal, and they're very confident in Andre Schmidt. Then you have a chance to go and surprise a lot of people. I think this Browns football team is significantly better than what the national media is portraying it as, but this is a very tough start to the schedule, and I think this week 1 game, because of our strengths, match up very well with the Bengals' weaknesses. This is an important game to come out and establish who you're going to be in 2025.
Yeah, Nathan, the case that Ken made, you made, Joe Thomas had guaranteed it. A lot of it does hinge on this awesome matchup with that defensive line against their offensive line. And, Joe Burrow, let's be honest, he's the Joe Cool thing has maybe kind of hurt him early on in the season. I will say all the messaging from Cincinnati does seem to be that all they want to do is avoid the lackluster start. And it kind of sounds like if you can get to them early, they might start pressing. And then all of a sudden, the bad body language and between him, his talented wide receivers, no doubt, but our defensive backs have gotten in their head before.
Yeah, and listen, here's Joe Burrow is 1-9 in weeks 1 and 2. His head coach, Zach Taylor, is 1-11 in weeks 1 and 2. That is the worst record in weeks 1 and 2 any coach has ever had. So you're right, they did change it up. Joe Burrow usually doesn't play in the preseason. He played 5 drives. 4 of them ended in touchdowns. Jamar Chase doesn't play in the preseason. He played in the preseason this year and had 5 catches. So, yeah, they're trying to change it up and trying to see if that can get them off to a fast start. They're the only team in the history of the league that's gone 0-2 in the first 2 weeks, 3 straight years, which they've done the last 3, and finished with winning records. But 2 of those years, that cost them making the playoffs. So I'm with you. I think if you can make this game, they're going to get tight because those demons are clearly in the back of their mind. And quite frankly, as I said at the beginning, our strengths match up well with their weaknesses. Their weakness right now on offense, it's the offensive line. There are no weaknesses at the skill positions. Joe Burrow is as good as it gets. Jamar Chase just won the Triple Crown. T. Higgins led the NFL in touchdown receptions from week 11 on last year. He had 10 of them in 12 games total. Chase Brown averages over 100 total yards a game as a starter. They bring in Noah Fant to pair with Gesicki so they can go 12 personnel and have receivers and blockers, and they can be very dynamic. But this offensive line is a problem. They're starting a rookie at left guard in Dylan Fairchild. They're starting a journeyman at right guard in Lucas Patrick. And really, when you look at the Browns, the investment that's been made on the interior with Mason Graham, bringing in Malik Collins, the ability to line Myles Garrett up there, as we saw last year when he's doing the crossover dribbles before the sack, or a couple years ago, you've got the opportunity, I think, to really disrupt them. This game is going to be about knowing that Joe Burrow is going to get the ball out quickly. You have to tackle in space. That's going to be critically important here so that you can get them in 3rd and longs where he's got to hold the ball to get it past the sticks, and that's where I think our defensive line can take this game over.
Has Jim Schwartz talked to his team at all about dialing it down a little bit on the celebrations? We already saw a taunting call last night. Now they're sending out videos, and Troy Vincent is telling everybody to dial it down. And I have a feeling that they're going to celebrate. We're going to have a taunting penalty, and I'm going to get really mad at the NFL. Not the Browns. I'm going to get really mad at the NFL.
Listen, I thought what happened last night was absurd. You've been around this a long time, both of you guys. I've been around, obviously, I'm in the building and have been there for 13 years. What these guys click into to get their bodies, their minds, all of it to be able to go and play football, which is an inherently physical, violent, and aggressive game. If you're going to taunt a guy for flexing after he makes a big play, to me, that is completely absurd. Completely absurd. If people, he's disrespectful. These guys are all fine with it. I think they're all fine with taunting. If you were to poll the players and said, can we do taunts? They would say absolutely. I totally get removing violent gestures or lewd gestures, things that would be, offensive to little kids. But to flex and have that be 15 yards because Nolan Smith made a nice tackle for a loss is patently absurd. You have to tell them to dial it down. But one of the things that you're supposed to promote, right, that they talk about, Tom Brady was talking about this the other day, about what does he look for in a quarterback? As soon as they score a touchdown, he wants the quarterback going down there and celebrating with everybody on the team and celebrating. Celebrations, what's the difference between a celebration and a taunt per se? We don't know anymore, and I think that's a real problem. So, yes, you're going to dial it down. I think for Isaiah McGuire and talking to him specifically, he had no idea that what he did was going to draw a penalty. Now, he got to learn that in a preseason game, but those penalties are 15 yards, they extend drives, and they absolutely can change games. I think you got to relax on that if you're the league. I understand they like to do points of emphasis, and usually by week 3 it goes away, but to me, way too big of a deal is being made over something that really should be. If you don't want a person to taunt, and I'm just speaking from a team perspective, don't let them make the play. You make the play. You do the taunting. I thought last night was nuts. But yes, you're exactly right. It's something that's got to be talked about. It's going to be something that's clearly being over-scrutinized, overwatched, and over-enforced. And you have to be aware of what the rules are and how they're going to call the games. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's the greatest television product in the world. Emotion needs to be a part of it. These guys have earned the right for what they go through to go ahead. If they want to flex after attack, a flex. What are we talking about here, Ken?
Couple of just a quick one because I think it's going to be a quick answer. Do you expect Myles to play on Sunday? Yes.
Do I think Myles will play on Sunday?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. I just want to make sure we were on the record about that. Now, Myles is a guy who flexes. Myles is a defensive player. Myles has been in trouble before for an incident that happened on the field. However, when you look at Jalen Carter and that incident that happened yesterday, what is, in your eyes, a possible punishment that fits what he had done?
I mean, if you go back, and Browns fans would remember Marlon Humphrey spit on Jarvis Landry.
That's right. I totally forgot about that.
And he just got fined. So I don't know how you're going to then you have precedent. He literally spit on Jarvis Landry's back.
I forgot about that.
So, I mean, and he got fined. That was on camera. And that was, by the way, that was a loogie that would have made Seinfeld happy. You could see that one. That had clear visual from far. So if that's the precedent, that's the precedent to me. But the guy missed a game, basically got suspended for a game anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. He missed the whole game.
So I was thinking, because some people were like, for the rest of the season. And I go, okay, you guys, I know there's a history there, but let's not make two things into one and roll them together. Because I actually thought about Romanowski and J.J. Stokes when I was a kid, of all things. You'd think I wouldn't remember that, but I did. And this is 1997 money. Nathan, he got fined $7,500, and he tried to apologize to J.J. Stokes. They had the same age and whatever. So I'm like, well, do you suspend him one more game and then you fine him like crazy? But no, I think you have a heck of a point. It's like, well, you can just fine him like crazy, and then we just move on.
Yes, I think move on. The good news, because they played on a Thursday, by next Sunday, that's 10 days. There's going to be 38 news cycles. Pablo Torre will break 48 more stories. It's going to be fine.
Can you break a story for me, Nathan?
I doubt it, but I'll try.
Do we know who is running scout team quarterback and imitating Joe Burrow this week?
Here we go again.
I do. Maybe I do, but I would not
come on!
be able to say.
Come on! This could make a video. This could make a breaking news video here, Nathan. We've been wondering.
That is not my job. I am not an insider.
It's
I am
been under lock and key all week. It was Zappy.
Well, you're not going to get me.
It was Zappy, wasn't it?
Don't you just go assuming things over there and putting him in a difficult
song of silence.
Blink twice if it was Shedeur Sanders.
But they can't see him. We're the only ones on camera.
Damn it, that was stupid.
I don't want no text from nobody over there for what Lima just asked. I'm going to tell you guys that right now.
Who's the dog pound captain?
Shut up.
Logo at midfield.
I don't know. That I do not know. Legit.
Which one?
The dog pound captain.
Oh, I thought you were asking answering the second question he had asked.
I think we might have seen something on. We might have seen something on TV that tipped us off what the logo is at midfield.
I'm crestfallen. That's all I can say right now. Nathan.
Why are you crestfallen?
Because
he loved the elf.
I love the elf.
Yeah, you liked Proud Brownie. That was he really resonated with you.
Yeah. I'm wearing his hat right now.
I've seen you stand in that posture before, so I get it.
Mm-hmm. Except he was wearing clothes. I was naked. Nathan, thank you for the time.
Not when I saw you. Thank you.
Nathan, thank you for the time. All the best.
All right. See you guys.
Goodbye. Nathan Zegura on the Fan Hotline.